As of June 2025, it is clearer than ever that the way people choose products has fundamentally changed. A decade ago, words like eco-friendly or sustainable were often seen as niche marketing terms, but today they represent a core value for a massive and growing number of consumers. People are no longer just buying a product, they are investing in the ethics and environmental impact of the company behind it. This shift is not a passing trend, but a deep-seated change in public consciousness, driven by a greater awareness of climate change, resource scarcity, and the visible effects of pollution on our planet. Customers now actively seek out brands that align with their own personal values, making sustainability a powerful driver of purchasing decisions. This new generation of shoppers is incredibly well-informed and connected. They use the internet not just to find the best price, but to research a brand's entire history and operational footprint. They want to know where materials are sourced, how workers are treated, and what a company is doing to minimize its carbon emissions. This heightened scrutiny means that simply placing a green leaf logo on a package is no longer sufficient. Consumers are asking difficult questions and expect comprehensive, honest answers. They are holding businesses accountable for their promises, turning every purchase into a statement about the kind of world they wish to live in and support. The demand for greener products has moved from a small segment of the market to the mainstream. It is not just about reusable coffee cups or organic vegetables anymore. This expectation now covers everything from technology and fashion to financial services and travel. People understand that their collective power as consumers can force industries to adopt better practices. They have seen the positive impact of their choices and are therefore more motivated than ever to continue pushing for change. This creates a challenging but also incredibly rewarding environment for businesses that are genuinely committed to making a positive difference in the world. This shift forces brands to rethink their entire approach, moving beyond simple product features to communicate a much larger story about their purpose and impact. The conversation has evolved from "what does this product do for me?" to "what does this company do for the world?" In this new landscape, businesses that ignore the environmental concerns of their customers risk becoming irrelevant. The consumer of 2025 is not just a passive buyer, but an active participant in a global movement towards a more sustainable future, and they expect the brands they support to be leading the charge, not just following along. In response to this powerful consumer movement, the marketing world has had to abandon vague and misleading claims. The era of greenwashing, where companies would spend more time and money advertising their green credentials than actually implementing them, is rapidly coming to an end. Today's customers are armed with skepticism and have become experts at spotting insincerity. They demand tangible proof, hard data, and verifiable facts to back up any environmental claims. A statement like "we are an eco-friendly company" now carries very little weight. Instead, a brand must be prepared to show exactly how it is eco-friendly, using specific and measurable evidence. This need for authenticity has given rise to a new standard of transparency. Successful brands are now those that provide detailed information about their supply chains, manufacturing processes, and carbon footprint. They use third-party certifications and data-driven reports to validate their sustainability efforts. For example, instead of just saying its packaging is better for the planet, a leading company will state that our packaging is made from 80% post-consumer recycled materials, reducing our carbon emissions by 50% compared to our previous design. This level of detail builds trust and demonstrates a genuine commitment that resonates deeply with modern consumers who value honesty. Furthermore, radical honesty has become a surprisingly effective strategy. This involves being open not only about successes, but also about challenges and shortcomings. A company might publicly share its goal to become carbon neutral by 2030, while also admitting that it is currently only 40% of the way there and is still struggling to solve certain supply chain issues. This vulnerability makes a brand appear more human and trustworthy. It shows that they are on a genuine journey, not just pretending to have all the answers. This approach fosters a stronger, more loyal relationship with customers, who appreciate being treated like intelligent partners rather than just targets for advertising. This shift towards data and validation is not just about satisfying customer curiosity. It is becoming a business necessity. With increased regulatory attention on greenwashing, companies that make false or unsubstantiated claims face significant legal and financial risks. Therefore, rooting marketing in provable facts is both an ethical obligation and a smart defensive strategy. The brands that are thriving in 2025 are those that have embraced this new reality. They understand that true sustainability is not a slogan to be shouted, but a series of actions to be demonstrated, measured, and honestly reported to the public. One of the most exciting developments in green marketing is the use of advanced technology to tackle the environmental impact of advertising itself. For a long time, the digital world was seen as inherently clean, but we now understand that data centers, internet traffic, and digital devices all consume vast amounts of energy. This has led to a growing focus on reducing the digital carbon footprint of marketing activities. Forward-thinking companies are now using artificial intelligence to make their online campaigns not only more effective, but also significantly more energy efficient, proving that performance and sustainability can go hand in hand. A pioneering example of this is the work being done by firms like FlyX Marketing. They have developed an AI-powered green strategy that systematically cuts the carbon emissions produced by common digital marketing tasks. For instance, their system optimizes email campaigns to be lighter and more targeted, which has managed to reduce the CO2 emissions per email by an incredible 70%, from an average of 4 grams down to just 1.2 grams. This is achieved by Media Group, graphic designer optimizing images on computer, developer writing and streamlining code on dual monitors at stock, @distribute_equally, compressing images, streamlining code, and ensuring emails are only sent to the most engaged recipients, thereby avoiding wasteful data transfer and server usage. The same principles are being applied to websites and online advertisements. FlyX Marketing's AI analyses website design to make pages load faster and consume less energy, cutting CO2 emissions per page view by 72%, from 1.76 grams to a mere 0.5 grams. For digital ads, the AI optimizes everything from the ad format to the delivery network, resulting in a 61% reduction in emissions for every 1,000 impressions. These are not small changes. They represent a major step forward in making the entire digital marketing ecosystem more sustainable. It is a practical, data-backed approach that delivers measurable environmental benefits. This strategy shows that being environmentally responsible does not require sacrificing business results. In fact, these AI-driven optimizations often lead to better performance. Faster loading websites improve user experience and search engine rankings, while more targeted ad campaigns reduce wasted spend and increase conversion rates. By focusing on efficiency, companies are simultaneously cutting costs, improving their marketing effectiveness, and lowering their environmental impact. This innovative fusion of technology and sustainability is setting a new benchmark for what it means to be a responsible marketer in 2025. Ultimately, the most successful and respected green marketing strategies of 2025 are those that are built on a foundation of meaningful, company-wide action. Advertising can tell a story, but it is the substance behind that story that truly matters. Consumers today are looking past the slogans and examining the core of the business itself. They understand that real change does not come from a clever campaign, but from fundamental improvements in how products are designed, manufactured, and delivered. The most powerful green marketing is not marketing at all, but rather the visible evidence of a company's genuine commitment to sustainable practices. This means that the focus must shift from communication to operation. It is about making tangible changes, such as redesigning products to use less material or to be fully recyclable at the end of their life. It involves investing in renewable energy to power factories, developing circular supply chains that eliminate waste, and choosing packaging that is compostable or made from reclaimed materials. These are the actions that build a truly sustainable brand. When a company can point to these deep structural changes, its marketing messages become far more credible and powerful, as they are rooted in authentic, demonstrable progress. Building this kind of business model is a long-term commitment. It is not a quick fix or a short-term tactic to boost sales. As I have often said, some business relationships are built over many years. It could be another decade before a client is ready to switch providers. The same principle applies here. Sustainable marketing is about building lasting trust and loyalty, not just chasing immediate gains with wasteful, high-pressure tactics. It requires patience and a focus on creating genuine value for both the customer and the planet. This approach naturally leads to stronger, more resilient customer relationships that endure over time. In conclusion, the green marketing revolution of 2025 is about integrity. It is about aligning a brand's words with its actions. Companies that lead with real operational change, communicate with radical honesty, and use technology to minimize their own footprint are the ones that will thrive. They are building more than just a customer base. They are building a community of advocates who trust their brand and believe in its mission. This focus on authentic, action-based sustainability is not just the key to successful marketing. It is the cornerstone of a successful and enduring business in the modern world.